Welcome to Infinity Capital, everyone. Hi, this is Raj. Let's do a quick review on Ramco Cement. So, I was doing my weekly analysis. I was trying to find trades in the stocks which are in the futures segment. So, I came across a very interesting trade related to Ramco Cements. So I'll tell you why I'm looking at Ramco Cements a little later. Let's just quickly do a fundamental analysis as well. So even if I'm taking a futures trade, I like to look at the fundamentals first, try and figure out what's happening, in the stock. So it's a cement company, 22,000 crore market cap, stock is trading at a PE of 20. And if we look at the PE chart on screener, the median PE is around 29. Stock is trading at a PE of 20. Last time it reached the PE of 20 was in April 2020. That was last year during the crash. Okay. And what else? Promoter is holding 42%. This is the negative part that I found in the stock. So there is a pledge of 14%. So this is a bit risky. However, we are going to keep this for a short term. So this is something that I'll keep in mind, that there is a pledge. If this pledge increases or something else happens, then, we'll try and exit the position. However, if the pledge gets released, there will be a massive, rally in the stock. Okay. Let's look at the quarterly numbers. So if we look at the quarterly numbers, sequentially revenue is higher, profits are much higher. Okay. And there is no other income, so numbers are good. If we compare it to the quarter, year on year basis, year on year basis, the numbers are better. Revenue and profits are on a very higher clip, right? So this is the first quarter that we've seen there is a higher traction in this stock. So we'll have to wait and find out what happens in the next quarter. That will give us some sense whether there is actual traction in terms of revenue growth. Let's look at the year on year profitability. So if we look at the year annual growth, the sales didn't dip even during COVID times, and the sales has been going up. Their operating profit margins have gone up, right? And because of that, if you see here, their profits have almost doubled. So the revenue is above pre-COVID levels and the profits have doubled as compared to 2019. If we compare it to last year, trailing 12-month revenues are much higher. If we compare it to March 2020, a year before, the revenues are just a little shy of a double. At 1100 crores they are. So revenues have gone up at least 80-85% as compared to March 2020. Balance sheet wise, they've not deleveraged. This must have happened because of COVID. So they were actually deleveraging between 17, 18 and 19. But then due to COVID, probably, they had to sort of, increase this. It's a capital intensive business. Also, if you'll see that their fixed assets have increased. So my guess is that this increase over here of 1500 crores is possibly gone here, basically they must be building new capacities. They have around 2400 crores in capital work in progress. They have 309 crores of investments and roughly around 76 crores of cash on the books. So they have roughly 400 crores of cash on the books. Okay. Robust cash flow they've had last year, 1892 crores. So this will basically help them deleverage, some of their loans. And apart from that, one very interesting thing has happened, guys. If you see, DIIs have picked up a stake between June and September. So DIIs have increased their stake by 8%. So let's see. So who bought? So between it's a bit difficult to find out from here. So Kotak equity hybrid already has this. Mm, this needs more investigation. So I'll try and find out. So HDFC Life Insurance has picked up 2% stake. Then Life Insurance Corporation of India has picked up 5%. So this makes it 7.5%. So roughly these are the two new guys, who've picked up stake in the company recently. So this gives me more confidence. This tells me that something is happening here. Numbers are good. The only problem is the pledge. Let's look at the rating update very quickly. So they have NCDs of 790 crores. They have a term loan of 2,400 crores. And these are all, short-term fund-based facilities and commercial paper of 900 crores. Right. So the current amount has gone a little bit higher. And the ratings are reaffirmed. Even on an enhanced amount, the ratings are the same. So the ratings are pretty robust right now. So the credit rating also states that the metrics are good. Now what did I find on the futures and options side? So if you will see that the average, this is the past 3 years of data of Ramco Cements. The yellow lines are open interest, the purple lines are implied volatility, and the bottom line is put call ratio. So if you look at Ramco Cements, the average open interest on this stock has been roughly around 14 lakh contracts, right? And so this 14 lakh, this sort of goes between 14 lakhs, between 12 lakhs to 14 lakhs, 12 lakhs to sort of 16 lakhs. So this keeps on oscillating between that. So we can say that the average, open interest oscillates between 12, 13 lakhs to 16 lakhs. But what has happened here is, suddenly the OI started increasing and the open interest went up to sort of 28, 29 lakh contracts. So basically probably somebody was shorting over here, but there has been a massive unwinding. So if you see from 29 lakh contracts, there has been a massive unwinding, and currently there are around 18 lakh contracts pending in this stock. So my guess is that the selling probably might be over in this stock, or if we see a capitulation, so probably we see a capitulation, the stock sort of goes down a little bit and then stages a massive reversal. So I am going to be taking a position in this stock, so probably next week I'll just probably start with one lot, because December is a seasonal month, and I don't want to be caught on the downside with the volatility. However, I'll be looking to buy something in the cash market also. So overall this stock has been trading within this range. So my guess is that between 900 and 1100 is the range that it has been trading in. So December being a seasonal month, we might get sort of a capitulation. This goes down a little bit, but I don't see a massive sort of drawdown in this stock going forward. So what I'll be doing is I'll be looking to buy over here in this range. This is the range, and if it goes down another 5-10%, I'll be looking to add. In the future segment, I'll be starting with one lot and probably hedge it with a call option. So and see how this goes. I'm not going to be very aggressive with this trade, because December being a seasonal month, so we'll probably look at some sort of build up happening in mid-Jan, right? So this was the analysis, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. This is not a buy sell recommendation. This is an educational video.